Hello, how are you? Are you okay? Well, the spring is its own way, yet we still have to deal with some cold days to come, of course. But I hope you are staying healthy and happy. Okay, the first idiom for today is to make a mountain out of a molehill. Mole is kind of like earth mouse living under ground and making tunnels. That's where they live. And they usually do not see very well, but I think they have a good sense of, I guess, smell or touching things with their whiskers, I guess. Okay, now make a mountain out of a hill. It means exaggerate a minor issue. Do you know anybody who always exaggerate his or her problems, which really seems to be nothing, but those kind of people try to make it such a big deal out of it. That's what it is. For example, don't make a mountain out of a molehill. Molehill is like a little small, uh, piled up dirt. And it's not a big mountain at all. It's a very small thing. So, or you can say, stop making a mountain out of a molehill. It's just a small little thing. Hmm? Okay, next idiom is straight from the horse's mouth. It means from a reliable source or real truth. And sometimes people put right straight from the horse's mouth. Anyway, straight from the horse's mouth, it means uh, the something which is real. Because it came from the teeth of a mouth. Uh, Horses' teeth tell how old the horses really are. You can't hide it. So usually, people who want to buy horses always check the teeth to make it sure how old those horses are, because by looking at their uh, teeth, you can tell their true ages. Okay, for example, I heard from the horse's mouth that the store is really closing down in 2 weeks. So it means it's true. Well, during the coronavirus infection turmoil time, there are different kinds of information around, and the people didn't know what to believe. The truth is, nobody really knew what those sources are really coming straight from the horse's mouth or not. Um, Internet news or SNS news, probably half of them are fake, means lies. But then people really try very hard to believe in those. And sometimes they follow almost every day or almost every moment. Don't you think that's kind of stupid? I think it is. Now, The last idiom for today is cry wolf. It means to raise a false alarm. It came from Aesop story. The boy was saying, there's a wolf coming, there's a wolf coming, wolf is here, wolf, wolf, be careful, be careful. Too often, even there were no wolves around, there was not a wolf, but then the boy said, a wolf, always. Then sooner or later, people stopped believing what he says. And when he really needed help, nobody wanted to help him because they thought the boy was lying again. So, for example, let's say, don't cry wolf about every little problem. People will not take you seriously when it really matters, that people say. So that means, someone who appears harmless but is actually dangerous. That is a wolf in sheep's clothing. This time, cry wolf. That means to raise a false alarm. Some people do it for fun of it. But then it could be such a troublemaking, right? So, do you know those people? Today's word, the first one is volunteer. It means person who enters any service of his or her own free will, or to offer one's services. For example, I've worked as a community language interpreter, especially in the medical field, over 10 years now. Or, one volunteer is worth two pressed men, people say. Or, okay, many volunteer doctors and nurses are working in the Middle East, Africa, and other developing countries. Okay, next word is prejudice. It means an opinion formed without taking time and care to judge fairly, or to harm or injure. For example, prejudice against minority groups will linger on as long as people ignore the facts. Isn't that true? Or eliminating prejudice should be among the first concern of a democracy, of course. Another example, the witness's weird behavior prejudiced Millay's case. Next word is shrill. Shrill means having a high pitch, high and sharp in sound, or piercing. Some Japanese newscasters, especially female ones, have such a shrill voice, and it almost sounds like a little mouse squeaking. And it is difficult, especially people who have some hearing difficulty cannot hear those shrill voice. So in the United States or Canada, usually newscasters, especially female newscasters, tend to have deeper voice, and it sounds more like calming, calm, and reliable. But the people with a high-pitched voice, they sound like, I don't know, unstable, sometimes hysterical, or unstable mind of their, uh, I guess, psychological stage. I don't know. That's at least I feel. For example, despite of their size, cicadas make very shrill noises. You know, wing, 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 shrill. The shrill whistle of the police officer was warning enough for the fugitive to stop his tracks. Okay. The last sentence. A shrill torrent of insults poured from the mouth of the shrieking man. Ugh, that would be terrible. Okay, that's all for today. Take care of yourself. See you next time. Bye.